Oh my God. You're not gonna believe this. When you're using these pliers, guys, they're adjustable. Just think, get it round on the round, okay? Because it's like this, when you go in the same direction as the bottom jaw, okay, it actually triples your strength. So if you go this way, it's only as strong as you're squeezing. Ladies especially, you want to get really strong, use your pliers in the direction, the bottom of the jaw, okay, the bottom of the jaw, in the direction you're going to turn, which is always counterclockwise. So that you can do with 2 fingers, okay? And that's it. That'll loosen it up, and then you can just unscrew it by hand. All right? If you learn how to use your tools effectively, it makes life a lot easier. Hey ho! Yep, that happens every single time. Would they silicone seal that in there? Probably. Yeah. Of course. Gotta love silicone. The next thing I want to do is actually, you see how this is attached to the CPVC inside? I want to just, wow, that shouldn't have been that easy. Crazy. Usually I like it a little tighter than that so I know it's not dripping in behind the wall. I really hope that worked. I'm not familiar with the CPVC, so maybe having it in 5 or 6 threads is all you need. I don't know. Wow, we'll see what happens. This is a basic Moen shower system. This is an Allen key here. So you got to own your own Allen key set. Other than that, it's just attached with this faceplate using these 2 screws. And really what it does, creates compression on your flimsy plastic wall so it doesn't move around. All right. And generally speaking, Moen parts, oh, this is a Delta, sorry. Monitor, I thought it was Moen Troll. Okay, sorry, my bad, is a Delta. Generally speaking, the valve body in itself, it's Delta and Moen both make them to last forever. They're usually made of brass, and you can actually buy new trim kits, which is this chrome piece here, the handle and the faceplate. So you can go to the store. You can't do this at the box store, but you can go to a place like Ferguson's, okay? And you can order a new trim kit for your Delta faucet. Bring in the old one, they can get you a new one. You can update your old look to like black, or you can go brushed nickel, you can go gold, depending, okay? So that's a great way to get a modern look in your shower. Just change your trim kit, top and bottom. And it looks like you put it in a brand new shower. The old valve still works. That'll save you a ton of money. So now we're just gonna pop off all the trim, expose the screw settings, disengage the drain, and pop the shower out of here. Okay, that speaks to too much moisture hanging around, doesn't it? Okay, not in the wood. Not in the wood. It's a real reoccurring theme here, isn't it? Nothing screwed into any framing. I swear it's almost like somebody came in here and put the screws in the pre-existing holes. Yeah. It's not that hard, you know, you just got to screw it into the stud. This will be in a stud. This will be all in the drywall. What? Now that's a surprise. Somebody actually planned a stud where the shower would finish. Let's just have a look. Yeah. Wow, that's framed with 1x3s. Anything to save a buck, eh? Wow. 1x3. That stupid non-slip mat. Who's lying now? All right, just wanted to make sure that there's no electrical back there. Okay, time to get the saw. We'll cut down the inside corners. Let's confirm this one's safe. Yeah, we're good there in the corner. There is a wire in the back down there. So now that we've done our inspection, we know we have a wire running around here, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut my shower down here, and then with my blade across the bottom, facing down, because I also have water supply, and up to this corner, all right? We'll just jump this foot area, just to be on the safe side. Once I've got one panel out, I can just cut across the bottom and then up this side. We'll turn this into 4 pieces to remove easy. And this is how we create a space to put the saw blade. Piece of cake. Do 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 do. All right. Alrighty. Now I'm just gonna have another quick peek. Make sure there's no hidden surprises back here. Alrighty. Looking good. Double check actually. Yep, nothing there. Simple rule. If you're not entirely sure what's behind what you're cutting, don't. And again, have another look here. Okay. And just for the record, I'm finding the metal blade for the Sawzall a lot more effective than the wood blade on this fiberglass panel. So this is disconcerting. The other side of this wall, we actually have the other bathroom. So this represents the vanity. Look at the condition of that drywall. Moldy, 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 the whole bottom of this wall. Very, very interesting. Now, I don't know what's going on in the bathroom. We're gonna get there eventually. So I'm not gonna be too concerned about that right now. Maybe it's not that big a surprise. Whenever you're getting mold near the bottom, that's usually a result of, it's not because it's humid in the atmosphere. That would be mold all over. That would be mold up here. This is mold underneath the sink. So either there's a lot of water that's getting trapped behind the counter that isn't getting dried out, is leaking in behind a backsplash, or this is all moisture coming up from the floor. Because it's Florida and high humidity for most of the year, the crawl space underneath doesn't have an ability to dry out. There's no way to protect it from moisture. So the floor gets wet, and then that just comes through all of those other materials, the subfloor, the framing, and into the drywall. And that looks like it starts at the ground and is working its way up into the room. And right behind here has no access to the air conditioning of that room. Okay? And that to me is what that says. Typical construction problems. If you use poor materials, you're gonna have a lot of problems. When we get into renovating this bathroom later on this renovation series, we're gonna have to address that issue with a different kind of product. We'll show you how to do that then, but for now, we're going to close this all up and we're just gonna forget that that's going on. It's not a real big issue. It's less than 15 square feet. We don't have to call any experts in, no mold remediation company, all right? What I'll do is the next time I'm down at the box store, I'm gonna grab myself a can of Kills and I'll spray seal that with an oil-based primer and we'll just move on with our life like nothing happened. All right, here we go. You know, the truth is, it could have been a lot worse. It could have been black and white with fuzz. That's not that bad considering it's been almost, what, 50 years since this place was built? I'll take it. Oh, wow. Look, what? I'm glad we weren't using this shower. It hasn't been connected. It was just sitting there squished into a bunch of putty. Oh, wow. Look at this. Some lazy plumber, when the house was brought to the site, squeezed a bunch of putty on here, and then just sat this down inside of it, called it a day. Wow. I guess that's what happens when you go to a site alone. Yeah, that joist is all rotten out. Well, doesn't that just take the cake, eh? Wow. Now that I did not see coming. So I can't wait to open this up and see what kind of conditions underneath. Remember, this is the ensuite bath. This is the primary bathroom for the resident the last 50 years. And they didn't have a drain attached to the plumbing. God only knows what we're gonna find. So let's get rid of this wimpy approach to remodeling, which is a cardboard tee at the base of the shower. That's always lovely. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, you knew that wasn't gonna last more than 5 years. And let's pull this back. Oh my God. You're not gonna believe this. That is just so many things wrong here, it's not even funny. Oh, I mean, you know, I expect to find water damage, but this just takes the cake. This is incompetence. All of that damage is a result of somebody not sliding that O-ring onto the drain cap. Whew. Okay, so we're going to take this as a learning opportunity, all right? This is the original floor, 1974. I see it here, okay? This is a different design. This is a new sheet vinyl installed over the old sheet vinyl. At some point, they wanted to give it a refresh, which means that that shower pan is part of the original because that sheet vinyl came up to the pan. This is the new floor. Again, this has not been touched since 1974. We're almost 50 years later. And the only difference between all this rot and this being in pristine shape was the plumber had to go like this and then crawl underneath with somebody on top and just turn this collar into the thread with a gasket. Wow, I can't get that to grab with all the years of crud. Whoa, 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 that's soft. So I don't know what happened here. Somehow, somewhere, someone said, well, that's inconvenient. The thread size is wrong. It's not going to work. So instead of getting the right collar, they just abandoned ship and put plumber's putty. That's great. It's guys like that that give plumbers a bad name. All right, so my desire has changed a lot about how I'm going to handle this situation. I have never seen that level of lazy in my entire life. So now it's time to expose the extent of the damage. I've got to kind of come up with a plan to get back to structural integrity before I can close up again. But now I know the source of the moisture that that wall is dealing with. It's all the moisture that was getting underneath this pan and just hovering in this area. It looks like the water stains are on that flooring, so it was just holding buckets of water all the time. Yeah, my God. All right, here we go. Let's get rid of the sheet vinyl first. And that's all there was here. The floor is just completely rotted out. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. It's just dust. And that's my structural member right here. I don't know what that's sitting on. Oh, there's a second piece of wood. Somebody got underneath there and structured next to this joist with a 2x4 to carry the load. This floor must have gotten really soft and they crawled underneath to fix it. Wow. Well, hey, thanks for changing this shower at the same time. Okay. Yeah. Okay, that's just... Right? It's like grabbing at wet bread. It's not even wet right now. Okay, that's some structure there. Good. So it's just the region. All right. More of this wet bread concept. I don't need any shims now. I just hope it hasn't gone underneath the wall into the next room. Wow, that might have been the saving grace. The subfloor panel ends here and begins here again. All the insulation has fallen out. No surprise. So my job today is going to be to get all of this off of the 2x6s. Clean it all up and put a piece of plywood over here so at least, you know, we don't get any unexpected visitors in here tonight. But for now, I'm just going to keep on tearing out this wall. Or maybe, no, better plan. I'm going to go get a sheet of plywood, cut it and install it so I have a solid structure to stand on. Last thing I want to do is fall into that hole. At least that still feels pretty solid. Definitely going to have to laminate a beam on that. So we're going to deal with restructuring and cleaning this all up in another video. But for today, I'm just going to finish off with my demo. I didn't expect to be making this into a demolition video, but there's so much that we're learning about this project as we go along. I think it's important that you all have a good reference so that when you run into trouble like this, you'll know how to fix it, right? So it's not just going to be drama and then you see the finished project. We're going to take the time in the next videos to go step by step through this renovation so that we can show you how to restore and repair your structure, reintegrate, rebuild back to a solid surface so you can build on, okay? So for now, I just grab some plywood from the building store. Comes pre-cut in 4x4 foot sections. And that's almost perfect. All right. We'll do that again in a second. I need another little bit of oomph. Let's get this vinyl out of here. Man, they sure use a lot of fasteners on this stuff. Where do you think it's going, fellas? Boy, if the guy that put the vinyl on had the same integrity, or if the plumber had the same integrity as the guy that put this vinyl on, we wouldn't be standing here dealing with this mess right now. Crown staples. He installed that with crown staples. This is why it's not going anywhere. Here we go. Try it again. Oh, come on. I can't need more than 1/4 inch. Of course, nothing here is square. There we go. Okay. That's structurally sound. Now I'm sure you're all wondering, hey Jeff, what is behind this corner? Truth is, it used to be where the whole hot water tank was, and it's been moved since its original conception. So this whole area is actually just wasted space. All right? And in original condition. I'm got to rethink a few things here. So I'm rethinking what I'm planning here because originally I was going to put my tub here. Wow. Now I'm questioning. Maybe I should move the tub back over the other side. Make this the shower. It's only 36 inches deep finished. That's not as wide as you might want. Now a 32-inch walk-in shower, that's still pretty decent, but my plumbing's over here. So that means I'd have to frame this wall to put a door kit in, and the toilet's in the way. That doesn't really function. You know, I can't make a decision today. I have to just finish ripping all this out. Let's just finish opening this space. Sometimes making a plan before you start, it's nice to have a plan, right? But then you got to do your demolition, and I've taught this before. We did a video on all the steps of construction. You have a plan. You don't purchase your fixtures yet. You finish your demolition, and then you get your fixtures, especially with bathrooms, because you never really know what you're going to get. So let's just peel all this apart. Let's open up this hole. Let's open up the ceiling. And then we're going to make a plan. We're going to talk about what is what scope of work creates the smallest budget for this room. Really is what we got to look at. And it's impossible to know that until we open it all up. So, hopefully there are no more surprises. If they are, we'll put them in the video, but the rest of this should be pretty much straightforward. Yeah. Not a single nail in any of this framing. It's all put together with pneumatic staples. I'll show you in a second here. This is, never seen anything like this. See if they put these together with staples and nails. Wow, that's the first nail I think I've seen. Nails on the, oh, screws, not nails. Okay. So still no nails. So here's all the places where they nailed it together. Just row after crown staple. Unbelievable. Here comes the whole roof together. Well, ain't that pretty. Even wallpapered the ceiling. Aw. Truth is, all this drywall in this house comes pre-covered in wallpapers, all vinyl clad. All right. Oh. Here comes the floor plate along with it.